The Imperial Hall of Zarkun was built to intimidate. Its ceiling rose like a mountain turned upside down. Living crystal pillars glowed with shifting colors. Gravity plates hummed beneath polished obsidian floors. This hall had witnessed the surrender of star nations. It had heard the final pleas of conquered kings. Tonight it hosted a celebration. The Emperor of the Karth Dominion had ended another war. 3 systems had fallen in one cycle. A victory banquet was declared across the empire. Ambassadors arrived in splendor. Battlelords wore armor etched with kill counts. Noble houses displayed living jewels and bound stars. Music thundered. Servants floated on anti-grav fields. Holograms of conquered worlds rotated slowly above the crowd, and among them stood a single old human. He wore no uniform, no armor, no insignia, just a plain dark coat, worn boots, grey hair tied back simply. His name was Elias, Rowan. Most did not bother to learn it. The Karth were a towering species, scaled, four-armed, born warriors. They valued dominance above all. Strength was status. Age was weakness. So when they saw an elderly human standing quietly near a refreshment table, they laughed. A Karth noble noticed him first. "Is this a servant who got lost?" she asked, loudly. Laughter rippled. Another leaned close and sniffed the air. "Smells organic. Definitely human." The word human carried amusement now. Once it carried fear. That was generations ago. The Dominion had beaten humanity in war. At least that was the story told. A group gathered around Elias. They towered over him. Shadows swallowed his small frame. "Old One," a battlelord said. "Where is your escort?" "I have none." Elias replied calmly. More laughter. "You attend the Emperor's table dressed like a refugee. I was invited." The noble clicked her mandibles in mock delight. "By who?" Elias sipped his drink. It was just water. "By the Emperor," he said. Silence followed. Then roaring laughter. The battle-lord bent down until his fanged face was close. "You lie badly for your species." Elias did not react. He did not flinch. He did not raise his voice. "I do not lie," he said. A nearby ambassador joined in. "Humans always exaggerate their worth." "Look at him," another said. "So small, so fragile." One reached out and flicked Ilias's coat. "This fabric is ancient. It is comfortable." Elias replied. That angered them. Comfort was for the weak. The noble raised her voice to attract attention. "Behold," she announced. The mighty human elder, guests, turned to watch. "This one claims the Emperor invited." Him, the hall echoed with mocking applause. Someone threw a shard of crystal fruit at Elias's feet. Another spilled. "Drink near him on purpose." The Emperor watched from his elevated throne. He did not intervene. Not yet. Elias looked around. The hall, slowly. He saw the banners, the trophies, the skulls mounted as art. He nodded once. "Enjoy your celebration," he said softly. That enraged them more. "You will address us with respect." The battle-lord snarled. "I am respectful." Elias said, "You stand in the presence of conquerors." "I know." Elias said, "And yet you do not kneel." "I kneel only when it matters." The crowd gasped, an insult. A direct one. Guards shifted. Weapons powered on. The nobles smiled cruelly. "Strip him," she said. "Let him learn humility." The guards stepped. Forward, at that moment, a single chime rang across the hall. Deep, resonant, imperial. The emperor rose. Silence fell. Instantly, the emperor of Karth was massive, scarred, ancient. He raised one claw. Enough. All eyes turned to him. He descended the steps slowly. Each step echoed like judgment. He stopped beside Elias. The crowd expected execution. Instead, the emperor bowed, not deeply, but clearly. Gasps rippled through the hall. The emperor spoke. This human is Elias. Rowan, no one breathed. He is older than this. Empire, confusion spread. He was old when our ancestors first left their star. Murmurs grew. He was present at the first contact. Council, impossible. Humans did not live that long. The emperor turned to the crowd. You mocked him for simplicity. He gestured at coat. This garment was worn during the signing of the human covenant. The nobles stared. The treaty that ended the age of annihilation. Fear replaced laughter. Ilias finally spoke louder. You were children, he said. All of you. He looked at the banners. Your wars were small. The emperor nodded. This human represents the continuance. That word struck like thunder. The continuance was legend, a human institution older than empires. Guardians of balance. Observers of species. They do not conquer, the emperor said. They endure. Elias stepped forward. My people built weapons that could unmake reality, he said. We chose not to use them. He pointed at the trophies you still celebrate. Killing. The battle lord trembled. Elias looked directly at him. You think you defeated humanity. He smiled. Slightly, we withdrew. Shock swept the hall. We watched. Elias continued. We waited. He tapped his cane once on the floor. A sound answered. The hall lights dimmed. Holograms shifted. The banners dissolved. New images replaced them. Stars collapsing. Fleets erased. Empires gone. Every civilization that believed dominance was destiny, Elias said, ended. The images stopped. One final image appeared. A simple blue planet. Earth, double quotes. Humanity survives because we remember. Elias said. The emperor knelt fully. Now, the hall followed. Even the guards. Elias turned to the nobles who mocked him. You humiliated me for being simple. He nodded. That is wise. Walked toward the exit. The emperor spoke. Urgently, will you judge us? Elias paused. No, he said. Not yet. Relief swept the hall. He stopped again. Teach your children humility. He left. The doors closed. No one spoke. The emperor remained kneeling. For the first time in centuries, the Dominion understood. The most dangerous species did not need to shout. They waited. They remembered. They endured. And when they finally spoke, the universe listened. Asterisk.